with you guys the old AEA Defender. You remember this little guy right here? Got some interesting news about this. Now, I've always had a love-hate relationship with this, but I found a person named Cody from PneumaticFanatic. The guy is awesome. He has reinvented this little guy. So if you own one of these, you definitely want to stay tuned. If you don't own one, then get one and you can put on some real nice mods to it. But there's a lot of things on this that I just completely hated as you did. And then you had the 2.0, which I despised the 2.0. This at least has a nice structure to it, and the shell is really nice. But having said that, it had its own bad issues. And number one were the barrels, because the barrels don't fit in. I mean, you know, I know this was made at the time for also to shoot the darts or arrows, whatever you want to call them. But most people really like the barrels. So what did you do is you take electric tape and you wrap it around electric tape and make it more accurate, etc. The other awful part was this light. Why did they ever put a little laser light on there? Because it's inaccurate and it just takes up space that does not need to. So there's definitely parts on this I hated, but this gentleman named Cody from PneumaticFanatic, I saw one of his videos and I reached out to him. I said, look, I know you're doing the 2.0 ones. Can you do one from my original Defender? He said, absolutely. Boom, just like that. He showed me some renditions, 3D printout. Just like that, he did. Guy's unbelievable. He's a freaking genius. I mean, he figured out things with the AEA Defender that the guys from AEA Defender have no clue of what they're doing. Anyhow, having said that, I'm going to give you the link at the bottom for his email, and also to subscribe to him because he's got some real cool stuff. So let's take a real quick look at what the new AEA Defender with his add-ons look like. Look at how cool this AEA Defender looks now. It's unbelievable. I mean, it is just gorgeous. And the greatest thing I think too is, especially if you have a light, I mean, how stupid was it that they put the Picatinny rail at the top and not the bottom like Cody did? Because this is awesome. So what happens now? You know, you're in a dark situation and you shine this little guy on them, and they are not going to see anything. Followed by a big bang, and followed by the hurt. Even though if it may not kill them, but they're going to think they're going to be dead by the time this all happens. So yeah, that is great that you can put a light. Now this light I'm also going to put a link on. This is the O-light, which I highly recommend. And the reason why is because you can quickly take it off, put it on from one unit to another unit, but not only that, you can slide it back just like that, and now you can open up your Defender to take your cylinders back out and your barrels. So let's further look at some of the things that he has done to these, which of course now you can tell that this is all filled in. There's no space. I mean, these things are tight and it's so much more accurate, such a better joy to shoot. Also with this comes right out just like that. So what a plus with that. And it eliminated a couple of things to it. It eliminated these here. You no longer need these. Also the spring. Let me get the old one here. This little spring is no longer needed. So if you want to change out the barrels, and here's the other part about that, I've asked them to make me this barrel, which is the exact same size, same length as this one is. But I also asked them, I'd like to have a compact, can you make it shorter? So he's also making me one that's about an inch shorter. So that'll be really a compact pistol. Yeah, I won't get, probably won't get the accuracy, maybe a little bit of FPS loss, but still having something a little bit more compact would be cool. And now the barrels we're gonna change out because there's no spring. You only have that one bolt that comes out. 2 seconds, you have another size on here, whether it's shorter or longer. And if you do have, which I do, this is the Defender 2.0, and there is the barrel for that. Picatinny rail underneath. Whether you want or don't want it, you probably don't have to have one. Barrels stick out just a little bit. Oh, and also on all these, look at the front sight. Isn't that awesome? That's on both of these little guys, have the front sights to them, and I just love that. It's just a great factor. So these are some of the new things that he is making. Another exciting thing. So make sure you like and subscribe to me also, and also to Cody at PneumaticFanatic. See these? Grimburg? You're not going to believe what's going on here. You're not going to believe what he's already tested one out. These are the guys with the like the D's, I guess they're called, D-shaped, and they got the halberd. So how about this? How about an AEA Defender, your 2.0 or your regular, that has a built-in barrel? Not like this, just a built-in barrel. And you drop one of these in each barrel, and it stops. Then you just drop your air cylinder in, like so, and then you close it up, and it fires. Less lethal. So, and that means for a lot of us, especially for myself, I'm in New York State, and this is why I asked him. I said, I reached out to Cody. I said, do you think you can make something that could work with these? Something that fits in nice and tight, seals really nicely, and with the air tube pushed up against it, shooting it out. He got unbelievable joules. I mean, I think it was over 45 joules using the 2.0 version of it. I think it was like 340 feet per second, I think. It was like 7.5 grams. Unbelievable. So yeah, it's only 2 shots, but it will knock you on your ass if you had to use it. So a lot of exciting stuff going on here. Pricing, he was super reasonable. I'm not going to give the pricing. I'll let you contact him with the pricing. If you go onto his YouTube videos and you watch it, he's very, yeah, this is what I can do. He's just a meek and mild guy. But when you see it, when you see what he's doing, it's really incredible. So I have nothing but positive to say about the products that he's pulling out and about him. And by the way, I have shot this. Works perfect. You don't need that little hinge in there anymore. It seals really well. See, so you got it like this. Now you just have to kind of push this in place now, but look at that. It locks really good. And the 2.0, which I always had problems with, look at how tight that is. I mean, that is tight right in there. And it's pushed right up against a whole much better system for the 2.0 than what you've got. And who really, in their right mind, what were they thinking? And it's yellow. It used to be yellow, of course, and so was the this. But what were they thinking with this little thing? It's like a freaking 2-year-old made it. Thank God there's people like Cody around. Hey, take care, and I will catch you next time.